you plug me in? Can you plug me in?
Tell me what I gotta do to make you feel okay. Tell me what I gotta do to make you wanna stay. I can tell in the way that you're watching me that you probably got something to say. Okay, by the way, I gotta go on away.
Let's meet the visiting team, the Minnesota Timberwolves. At point guard, Mark Conley. Let's meet the starting five for your Oklahoma City Thunder. At the shooting time.
It's time for Game 5 of the Western Conference Finals. With the series at 3-1, this is a crucial game for both teams. Brian Anderson here, joined by the Hall of Famer Grant Hill and Coach Stan Van Gundy. We'll hear from Allie LaForce as well. Look at the Thunder, a great chance here for them to close out the series and move on to the finals.
Yeah, and it's not a chance they want to pass up. When you can close out a series on your home court, the last thing you want to do is give up momentum and have to go back on the road. Ooh, that's a tough spot to be in as a defender. With that height disadvantage, it's very hard to protect the rim.
Elbow shot. And good, as it takes a nice bounce off the right iron and down.
Effective use of the mid-range there by Edwards. He's a true three-level scorer.
And Dort with the bucket on the assist from Hartenstein.
And setting the tempo with an assertive move. Like, where was the defense on that play?
Well, when you are the aggressor this early, it is intimidating.
Outside for Randall. Back to Edwards. Down to 5 on the shot clock. And it's Holmgren with a rebound.
Yeah, loose coverage by the defense, but he just couldn't make them pay.
Outside, Williams. Pass to Gilgeous-Alexander. The three is up. Oh, can't get it. Misses his first attempt.
And you just can't afford to give up that kind of look very often.
Edwards looking for an opening. Fires from the wing. Edwards can't get that one to fall.
He'll probably hear about that shot selection when he gets back to the bench. Maybe not their best option.
Dort's shot is good.
He's such a smart player. Jalen Williams making people around him better.
And Edwards, here we go. Comes up empty down low.
And we talk about the importance of protecting the rim. Right there, outstanding defense.
Pass to Dort. Fires the three. Rudy Gobert with a rebound. The Timberwolves have gone 1-4 to begin this one. This past offseason, OKC decided to move on from their former first-round pick, Josh Giddey.
Yeah, the 6th overall pick in 2021. Giddey is a talented player with good upside, but fit is so important in the NBA, and the Thunder knew his talents would be better suited elsewhere.
Edwards, no good.
And he just hasn't been able to get it going this period.
Well, the offense has to look for ways to get him easier shots, better selections. You have to be set up for success.
Now here's Edwards, and the layup falls. Edwards got his second basket on the night.
Well, Edwards is such a strong player, skilled at absorbing contact and still finishing.
And something that makes SGA so dangerous on offense, his elite drive and kick ability.
Yeah, you have to load towards him when he comes off a high pick. He just draws so much attention, he can find another cutter or spot-up shooter. He has so much gravity to his game.
Both free throws good from Gilgeous-Alexander.
Well, he's been very good at the line, and we all know free throws can make or break you in the end.
And so Randall will bring it up for the T-Wolves. 7-point differential. Here's Edwards. Good. Edwards has got his third bucket of the night.
Well, I love when guys like Edwards work inside. Don't settle for jumpers. Get a solid look close to the rim.
Williams' shot is good.
Just owning the painted area. If it's working, no need to change.
Here's Edwards. And it falls. 4 for 8 for him from the floor.
Look, if you're open, Conley sees you. That was a great pass.
Let's check in with our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Hey, Brian, the Thunder have some grit. Coach Mark Dagnall said we compete, and on nights we aren't, we get back to that very quickly. The competition level and the willingness to do it together is the foundational piece. Brian?
All right, Allie, good stuff there. Thank you. Here's Edwards. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Edwards got 10 points.
And you like the balance here, not just falling in love with the three ball.
Pass to Williams. Fires for 3. Knocks down the long J.
Well, you got to be able to shoot fast in the league. So it's nice to see Williams doesn't need a lot of setup time.
Here's Edwards. And another basket for Minnesota.
Well, look, if he misses that shot, Coach might think of benching him. He's pretty fortunate he got that one to go.
Gilgeous-Alexander, the rebound by the Timberwolves. Over to the wing. Outside Edwards. Good work defensively by Dort.
That's a defender doing just enough to cause a miss on the layup.
Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. It's good. Gilgeous-Alexander's gotten his second bucket of the game.
And the D can't allow Gilgeous-Alexander to get this positioning, because once he does, he makes you pay.
Here's Edwards. And count that. 2 points and a chance for one more at the line.
Well, he can beat you in a lot of ways. Very challenging to defend.
And he's got his first opportunity at the line here tonight.
One shot.
Free throw no good for Edwards. Instead, while Edwards has pushed back, it hasn't stopped others from comparing him to his heiress, Michael Jordan.
And that talk is more about how his game reminds one of MJ and less about greatness. Edwards' career is just getting started.
Pass to Edwards. The putback. Oh, he hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
I always love the hard work on the glass. Just great activity.
43 seconds left in the first quarter. Outside, Williams. And Williams punches it home.
Oh, nice one-handed jam there, B.A.
Hey, little exclamation point. Timberwolves trail by 9. Right side, Edwards. And it's in there. Edwards got 16 points now.
Well, when Edwards gets this hot, all an opponent can hope to do is limit the damage.
Pass to Wallace. Launches a three. Alexander Walker grabs the board. And stolen by Caruso. Here's Williams. And Williams punches it home.
Talk about taking advantage of the opportunity.
How about the anticipation right there that led to the steal? Then he goes straight to the bucket.
Turning great defense into great offense. That's the kind of stop you're looking for.
And so it's the Oklahoma City Thunder with a 9-point cushion at the end of the quarter. They've been aggressive in transition and find themselves in front. We're coming right back. Don't go anywhere. Glad to have you with us as we return to the action here in the Western Conference Finals. And a closer look here at the scoring breakdown for the Thunder.
Well, they've set the tone early with their pace. So important to capitalize on transition opportunities, and it keeps the defense off balance.
And I've also liked how they've attacked the opposition off of turnovers. I mean, just making them pay for every mistake out there.
Oh, Edwards just pulling his way inside.
And defensively, that's just not going to cut it.
Oklahoma City leading by 7. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Nice D from Alexander Walker. And Minnesota with possession here. Here's Edwards. Oh, and he got fouled on his way up. He'll head to the line to shoot 2. It's on Cason Wallace.
Now he must focus on improving his defense.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
No good on the free throw. NBA scoring has been climbing over the past decades, Grant. Is the league too offensive at the moment, you think?
Well, we know that people like scoring, the fans, players, everyone, but the league needs to make sure they're not hamstringing defenders too much. So I think allowing some more physicality incentivizes the defender to defend, and now we have competition on both sides of the ball.
And Edwards slams it in.
Wow, this is how explosive Edwards can be. He finishes with such force at the rim.
And so it's Gilgeous-Alexander with it. He brings it up for the Oklahoma City Thunder. Oh, the determination from Gilgeous-Alexander.
Oh, just an easy reverse for him. He has nice feel and touch around the bucket.
And here's Edwards. 20 points for him. And it's good for 2. Edwards has got 6 in the quarter.
Yeah, he's leading the charge for them. But let's be honest, he needs more help if they're going to get out in front.
Well, consistent scoring is a good foundation for a comeback. They can't be wasting possessions now.
Edwards, no problem with the contact.
Assist from Naz Reid.
Thunder leading by 5. Here's Wallace. And it's Oklahoma City scoring again.
Well, that's taking full advantage of the opening. The defense probably willing to give him that one, but I like that he's capitalizing on it.
And Chris Finch has called timeout. A moment to rest and confer on the game plan.
It's time for the dance game. If you see this on the big screen, then you know what to do. Change the move. Next
for Oklahoma City. Hartenstein comes in for Williams, and it's Dort in for Wallace. Rudy Gobert's checked in for the Timberwolves. Conley comes in for DiVincenzo. Oh! Edwards packs it home!
Well, talk about a guy who plays above the rim, Anthony Edwards.
Gilgeous-Alexander with the ball. Give him 8 points now. Pass to Hartenstein. Outside Gilgeous-Alexander. Over Conley. And that one hits the back iron. Timberwolves trail by 5. Stan, just how much of a catalyst has Mike Conley been since the Timberwolves got him?
Well, just listen to his teammates, Brian. They talk about leadership, the adult in the room, and he remains a very capable two-way player.
A moment to hear from Allie LaForce.
Hey, Brian, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, the 11th pick back in 2018, has developed to the point where he is in the MVP conversation. His coach, Mark Daigneault, said he's improved every year. He's been in the league. It's a testament to his humility. He looks in the mirror, he sees what he needs to improve on, and then he works at it. Brian?
All right, Allie, thank you. Some room here for Williams, and he sinks that one, hitting the back of the rim on the way in. Williams has got 11 points.
And he was dominant in their last outing, and the same thing here tonight. He is in a terrific mood right now.
Yeah, for sure. He is just oozing confidence. Thinks every shot is going in. They should just keep running sets for him.
Pass to Hartenstein. Outside Gilgeous-Alexander. A chance to push it to double digits, but it's off the mark. Now Reed. Alexander Walker, the pass to Gobert. And no good. His first shot of the night, missing. Thunder leading by 7. Gilgeous-Alexander with the ball. He's picked up by Edwards. Gilgeous-Alexander, good.
Yeah, and Gilgeous-Alexander is a fighter. Someone that challenges the defense and bullies his way through contact.
Dort against Edwards. The shot misses. The Thunder have gone 5 of 10 in the second quarter. Inside, and stolen by Gobert. Timberwolves trail by 9. It's Edwards on the wing. Dort defending. Getting it done inside. Edwards.
That's been the story of their offense so far. Getting a number of looks from point-blank range.
Oklahoma City has gone 0 for 2 from outside in the second quarter. Holmgren against Reed. Back to Gilgeous-Alexander. And slam dunk by Gilgeous-Alexander.
Yeah, a defense has to be very aware of Gilgeous-Alexander's attack mindset. He wants to get to the rim and do maximum damage.
And Chris Finch has called timeout. He's going to gather the troops and talk it over.
Now on the court is your heart side. Get loud and let him hear it. Who won the team there?
Wallace, he's checked in for Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. And Chris Finch has called timeout. He wants to give him a breather and talk things over.
And we'd all love to hear what goes on in those huddles, but we just get the snapshots.
Well, as a coach, you want to cover just 1 or 2 major points. That way guys can absorb it and go out and execute.
Here's Randall. And it's Randall with the jam.
Wow, Julius Randle. We could feel the floor shaking on that one.
Out to the wing. Here's Holmgren. Ooh, great D that time from Gobert. Timberwolves trail by 7. McDaniels inside. He's covered by Holmgren. McDaniels inside. Holmgren's there. 5 on the clock. And again, it's Minnesota converting.
Well, maybe the defense thinks they can live with that, but he's pretty consistent from that mid-range area.
Here's Williams. And it's Gobert with a rebound. Gobert's got his 4th rebound in this one. Pulls it from 20. Hartenstein pulls it in.
Well, that one should be in his wheelhouse, but just off the mark.
Oh, plenty of contact on that shot. Officials call the foul, and he'll take 2 free throws now. It goes on Mike Conley. Oklahoma City shooting their 3rd and 4th free throw shots of the night.
Taking 2 shots.
The first one falls. That's also good, so he hits both free throws. And so Conley will bring it up for Minnesota. They trail by 7. Outside, DiVincenzo. Oh, Williams with the block.
And Williams getting his timing just right on the block. Defending with purpose.
Pass to Holmgren. Shoots over Randall. And a pretty tightly contested game here as we end the first half. Oklahoma City ahead, up by 5. We'll see you after halftime for the beginning of the 3rd quarter.
Some great postseason action in the first half of play. A healthy lead has been built for the Oklahoma City Thunder.
This is why so many teams are trying to play with pace. The defense just couldn't match up with them in the space. It's much harder to score in the half court.
Helps when you have the athletes they do as well. And looking at where the Thunder stand in the series. They're trying to punch their ticket to the next round. Shaq, what's the key?
They don't need a key. As long as you have a ticket, that's the thing that gets punched.
Wow. There's things I could say, but on myself, don't want to get punched.
Very wise choice, Chet. Just smile and nod.
Okay.
That's it for us. Thanks for tuning in.
And let's get you back onto the court for more of this pivotal Game 5. And you know, Anthony Edwards has been really making it happen, guys.
What makes him an exciting player is the ultra-aggressive mindset that we saw over and over in the first half.
Yeah, he hasn't been settling. He's getting to the rim, and that's him at his best.
And Chris Finch calls timeout here. We might see him looking to make some tweaks to the strategy here. All right, Stan, as you look around the league, who stands out as the best perimeter defender right now?
There's so many good ones. OG Anunoby might be the most versatile. Drew Holiday, Derek White, KCP. Don't forget about guys like Aaron Gordon and Herb Jones, also outstanding.
Here's Gobert. Hasn't gotten one to fall yet. Outside Edwards. Book it. And it's Randall with the assist.
Man, Edwards gets great lift off the floor with shooting that jumper.
Gilgeous-Alexander feeling it out a bit. Dort's shot is good.
And for the defense, that is a heart-sinking moment when you see him that wide open from beyond the arc.
Dort against Edwards. And he's going to the line for two. The official saw contact while he was going up.
Well, we know Edwards has an outstanding skill set, but what makes him truly special is his competitive will and ability to handle high-pressure moments.
That free throw, no good. So he comes up empty, missing both.
Well, that's not the focus we're used to seeing from him at the line. He's usually rock solid from there.
Dort outside. From the arc. And again, Oklahoma City with a triple.
And these are the shots this team wants Dort taking. He understands his role in this offense.
Down low, Hartenstein. And Hartenstein slams it in.
Their offense has been unstoppable, just firing on all cylinders.
Well, clearly the defense has had no answer for them. Might be time to try something different.
Third quarter of basketball. We're about a minute and a half in. Williams with it. Randall's in his pocket. And Williams punches it home.
Here in the second half, they've just found better shots.
Yeah, they've looked really in sync after the break. Getting the shots they want and converting.
That one's good for two.
And sometimes Edwards makes defenses feel helpless. Tough shot there.
Gilgeous-Alexander finds Hartenstein. Dort for three. It's rebounded by Rudy Gobert. Gobert's got rebound number 5 here tonight. Edwards can't hit. Oklahoma City leading by 9. And Holmgren with the basket on the assist from Williams. Williams has got 4 assists in the game. Edwards against Dort. And Edwards slams it in.
Oh, yeah, that'll do it.
Wow, an emphatic two-handed slam. Just under 2.5 minutes into this third quarter now. Dort for 3. It's rebounded by Minnesota. Defensive Player of the Year 4 times over, Stan. Rudy Gobert tied for the record.
Yeah, Brian, alongside Dikembe Mutombo and Ben Wallace, and Gobert's capable of getting another one, too, assuming his countryman, Victor Wembanyama, doesn't start taking the reins.
Hartenstein. And Hartenstein slams it in.
And great awareness. Holmgren's so good at reading the movement of his teammates, a very heady passer for a big man.
Randall inside. He's covered by Holmgren. Randall can't hit.
And it didn't register as an official block, but he did everything you want in disrupting that shot.
Well, you know, sometimes the most pivotal plays don't always go on the stat sheet.
In the third quarter with just over 3.5 minutes off the clock, basket counts.
And yeah, Randall is absolutely a threat from in between. Something the D has to recognize and adjust accordingly.
And the big finish by Holmgren.
And adds a few more points to their lead, showing off some style.
Wow, that was prime time stuff right there. Edwards with it. Hartenstein covering. Edwards can't hit.
Well, just doing an excellent job defensively. Using his body to disrupt the shot and then get control of the loose ball.
And this is what you want to do when you've got a big lead. must stay aggressive.
Yeah, they're being absolutely relentless, building this lead in every way possible.
McDaniels can't hit.
Won't see him miss that one too many times.
Yeah, it was a great look. Sometimes they don't fall. You've just got to keep taking great shots.
Yeah, an amazing find. How about the patience from Dort? Waits for his man to get open and feeds him.
Gobert hammers it home.
Hey, kept it simple. No reason to get fancy right now, B.A.
Yeah, he's just looking to find shots and produce for his team.
Timeout.
And Mark Dagnall has called a timeout. He's going to talk it over with his guys.
It may be a players' league, but the coaches obviously play a big part as well.
And this is when a coach earns his paycheck. Analyze the situation and give your players the information they need to succeed.
Ready, everyone? You see yourself on screen? Show us your best moves. Let's go. Let's see some dance moves.
And a new group getting ready for Oklahoma City. Williams has checked in for Hartenstein. Wiggins comes in for Holmgren. Wallace, he's checked in for Dort. And it's Caruso in for Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. And Minnesota will go for a different look here. Reed's checked in for Gobert. Clark comes in for McDaniels. Alexander Walker, he's checked in for Edwards. And it's DiVincenzo in for Conley. A minute 15 left in the third quarter. Williams from long range knocks it down from distance. Williams has got 20.
A shot that Williams continues to work on. You love seeing these type of results.
Clark, the pass to Reed. Randall outside. Three-pointer. And Reed with a basket on the assist from Randall. Randall's got his third assist of the night. Oklahoma City leading by 13. Pass to Williams. Up and in on the layup. Williams has got 6 points.
And it gets even worse for them. I mean, he just waltzes down the lane, extending their advantage. Not good.
Well, it's not going to get any easier if they can't improve their defensive intensity. They got to show some fight.
Yeah, never a bad idea to have Randall with the ball. Just a great passing forward.
And so it's Caruso who brings up the ball for the Oklahoma City Thunder. Williams has got 9 points now in the second half.
You really have to question the defensive effort on that possession.
Yeah, I got to agree. Their defensive commitment's got to be a lot better.
And so it's Jalen Williams making things happen for the Thunder, providing the scoring punch right now, putting up a cool...
He's always near the top of the list for this honor. I mean, passes like these are his specialty.
Well, he's a consummate floor general, surveying the defense and delivering the pass on time and on target.
And there have been two very different performances from these teams today as we get going in quarter number 4. Here's Edwards. Lays it up and banks it in. Edwards has got 38 points. And Stan, you got into coaching right after college. When did you know you wanted to be a coach?
Brian, that's easy. As soon as I figured out that I didn't have much of a future as a player, I knew I wanted to stay involved in the game. I wanted to coach.
Oh, excellent way to pad the lead.
Yeah, especially when it's your one throwing it down like that.
It shows you're able to attack the rim from any position. I love the way he went with the bounce pass there. Great awareness.
Wallace outside. Takes a 13-footer. Ooh, another miss by Gilgeous-Alexander. Timberwolves trail by 13. Here's Edwards. Williams grabs the board. Oklahoma City's gone 6 of 14 from the perimeter tonight. And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Reed. Jang, he's checked in for Oklahoma City. Dort comes in for Wallace. Ingles, he's checked in for Minnesota. Conley comes in for Alexander Walker. Caruso outside. Dort, a screen on Edwards. Here's Caruso, and he dunks it down.
Hey, when in doubt, run the defender off the screen.
And you know, with a result like that, we'll see them run it again.
Yeah, defensive breakdown there. Gotta communicate and switch that screen.
Here's Edwards. And he gets it to go off the front iron. Edwards got 42 in the game. Wiggins with a screen on Conley. Gilgeous-Alexander, a good look. It's rebounded by Minnesota. Reed's got 6 rebounds here tonight. Edwards with it. Now Wiggins defending. Edwards against Gilgeous-Alexander. Edwards can't hit. Thunder leading by 13. Gilgeous-Alexander passes to Dort. And a two-handed jam!
You're making the slam look second nature. Once Dort sees the launching pad, he's ready to take off.
Edwards against Caruso. Hits yet again! Wow!
And what a night he's had. That score now ties him for the single-game playoff high for his team.
He's been nothing short of amazing tonight. A legendary playoff performance for him. And Mark Daigneault has called a timeout. He wants their game plan to be crystal clear at this point. So for Oklahoma City, Hartenstein, he's checked in for Jang. Chet Holmgren comes in for Wiggins. And it's Jalen Williams in for Caruso. Time now to hear from our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Hi, guys. Well, Mark Daigneault was just reviewing the plan with his team. And they told the team, let's keep doing what we're doing. We're up. Do not forget that. They told their team to just relax, to have fun, and to finish this one out. We'll see if they do, guys.
And Allie, thank you for that. Sinks the tray. Williams has got 25 points in the game.
Here in the second half, they're really focused on stretching the floor.
Yeah, and where has the defense been? They've been content to let them fire away. They've got to close out to the arc.
Oh, they get a hand on it. And stolen by Hartenstein. Here in the fourth quarter, just under 2.5 gone by. Pass to Dort. Clock at 6. To the paint. And the big finish by Holmgren.
Yeah, the defense making it way too easy for Holmgren. Gotta push him farther out than this.
Here's Edwards. Another bucket. Wow.
He's on a tear offensively, lighting up the scoreboard with a purpose.
And how about this? He now holds the team's single-game record for postseason scoring. Williams' shot is good.
Gotta love how they've just maintained their intensity, even when they're this far up.
Yeah, and at this point in the game, just protect the ball, make smart decisions, don't give them a chance to get back in the game.
Oklahoma City leading by 16. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander, and that one good. Gilgeous-Alexander's got 4 points this quarter.
All it takes is a sliver of daylight, and Gilgeous-Alexander will exploit it.
Here's Edwards. And another one.
My goodness, 50 for the game.
Just putting on a show. Gilgeous-Alexander passes to Holmgren. Back to Gilgeous-Alexander. Three-pointer off the mark.
Man, just terrible defense. I don't know how he missed that shot. And there aren't many feelings like this in sports. Knowing you've earned a trip to the NBA Finals.
Out of bounds. Timberwolves ball.
Timeout called, the Timberwolves. We've got 1:13 left in the fourth quarter. And now let's take a second to present our player of the game, Jalen Williams.
He has truly put on a show out there tonight, tearing it up on both ends of the floor. So impressive, and the other squad has looked helpless to stop him.
Well, the Western Conference belongs to them, and he's a huge reason why. He's answered the call for this group and has played some incredible basketball during this postseason run. Outside, Williams. Randall against Holmgren. Hartenstein with a screen on Randall. Here's Holmgren. Outside for Gilgeous-Alexander. Pass to Dort for three. Rebounded by the Timberwolves. There's 37 seconds left in the final quarter. Edwards driving inside. Counted. Edwards has got 54 points. 32 seconds left to play in the fourth quarter. Holmgren with it. Outside, Williams. Offensive board. And Hartenstein gets it to go. Here's Randall. Pass to Conley. It's deflected. And the Oklahoma City Thunder will move on. That concludes this broadcast of the Western Conference Finals. With Grant Hill, Stan Van Gundy, and Allie LaForce, this is Brian Anderson saying thanks for watching the NBA on 2K Sports. And as we leave you, here's a look at our player of the game, Jalen Williams.
You look at the Thunder. They've got it back on their home court, Greg. A great shot to close it out tonight and advance to the final.
But they can't get caught looking ahead. Keep your focus and bring your best. Close out games like this, you expect maximum effort.
That is all timing right there. Just read him perfectly.
And the ball travels out of bounds. It was last touched by Conley.
No clue where that pass was going. That is a brutal turnover.
Here's Oklahoma City now. They are really pleased with the victory on Monday.
Well, you look at the points they produced in that game. Great adjustments on the offensive end.
Yeah, never stopped working. One of those games where just everybody was making shots, continual flow, and a very professional win.
Now here's Williams. Following the miss by Julius Randle. And it's Gilgeous-Alexander missing. It's Edwards on the wing. Defended by Dort. Counted.
And unbothered by the contact inside. Edwards plays the game with so much physicality.
With a short break in the action gives us a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge.
Thanks. Mark Daigneault and I got a chance to talk for a bit, and we talked about the bruising big man, Julius Randle. He told me Julius sets the tone for them with his physicality. So we have to try and match that. We can't let him bully his way into the lane and get to his spots. We have to make him uncomfortable. Kevin?
Thanks so much, David. Good. Edwards got his second basket of the night.
And that was a confident shot. Love when Edwards just rises up and fires off the dribble.
Oklahoma City moving it around. And the dunk by Hartenstein.
There are only a few players who can hit a teammate like that in stride. Beautiful assist.
Well, Brent, we had to wait a year for it, but Chet Holmgren had an incredible rookie season.
And I don't think any talent evaluator is surprised at the way that Chet came in his first year and was able to contribute and sometimes dominate in the ways that he did. So coming back healthy, making that immediate impact, Chet Holmgren is going to be a superstar in this league.
Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Anthony Edwards making his last shot. Count that one for Dort.
Well, if you're looking for a 3-and-D player, Dort plays D, and there's your 3.
Edwards kicks to McDaniel, and stolen by Williams. And he drives in. It's hauled in by Edwards. The Timberwolves have gone 3 of 4 from the field to start out the game. And just under 2.5 minutes elapsed here in the first. Now, here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Pass to Dort. A three-pointer, no good. Timberwolves trail by 3. Bounce pass, Conley. Here's Edwards. It's in there. Conley with the assist. That's now 8 points for Anthony Edwards.
That's just tremendous scoring instinct. So fun to watch him work in the half court.
Here's Holmgren. Rebounded by the Timberwolves. Edwards looking it over. It's over Dort. And he gets that one to go off the front iron. Edwards got 10 points in the game.
And he's a true inside-out threat. Edwards wants to score from everywhere on the floor.
And Gilgeous-Alexander throws it down.
How about the head of steam he's able to generate right there and just gets to the rack really easy.
Edwards, good.
It's simple, guys. Keep getting Edwards the ball and just let Ant cook.
Outside, Gilgeous-Alexander. Lets the three fly. Julius Randle with the rebound. And so it's Randle bringing it up now for the Minnesota Timberwolves. Launches it. It's good from long range.
Well, Randle keeping you honest here. Not a knockdown shooter from that range, but is showing more and more that he's capable of doing just so.
Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum.
Count that one for George.
Mano y mano. This is where it can get a little personal.
Yeah, again, you can't take this too far to make it too selfish, but that exchange, that's fun to watch.
And what you love about Edwards is how intense he is. The guy who plays hard every minute he's on the floor.
No good on that.
Wow. What, you have something in his eye on that shot?
Catching up on the changes for Oklahoma City. Williams, he's checked in for Hartenstein. Wiggins comes in for Holmgren. Wallace is checked in for Dort. And it's Alex Caruso in for Gilgeous-Alexander. Timberwolves trail. Here's Edwards. And Edwards slams it in.
And he can take off from anywhere at any time. Edwards always a threat.
.110 left to play in the first quarter. Wallace with the ball. Williams with a clean look. Off target from three-point range. To the middle. And that one is hammered home.
Sometimes you like to see guys go with the bounce pass, threading it through there perfectly.
Wallace against Edwards. Here's Williams. And a kind roll that time off the rim as that one falls.
And a nice job here early of establishing an inside presence.
Edwards in the air, and it's good on the layup. Edwards got 16 points.
DiVincenzo being a connector out there now.
There's 37 seconds left to play in the first quarter. Wallace with a screen for Williams. Oh, good on the triple.
Well, he's got a great stroke. That one almost dropped.
Minnesota leading by 3. Randle passes to Edwards. That's in. Coming off an assist from Randle. He's got 18.
Well, Randle, when he has the ball in his hands, aware that there might be an open teammate, that time he found it.
The offensive rebound. Williams gets the bucket.
Well, he takes care of salvaging that possession for the offense by getting on the offensive glass.
And that concludes a back-and-forth high-scoring first quarter of play. Timberwolves ahead, leading by 3. And for 2K Sports, we'll be back here at Pitt. So glad to have you with us here as we bring you more action from courtside at Game 5. And let's quickly check out the scoring breakdown here for the Timberwolves.
A lot of high motor play from them in this one, allowing them to kind of charge through the defense and find good looks.
Well, whether the defense is inviting these shots or not, they've been great in the mid-range. And so producing from there, that bodes well.
Oh, what a physical score from Edwards.
I mean, the number of points they've scored in the paint already here is eye-opening.
In the corner, Wallace with it. Off target with his three.
Rare you'll see him miss such an open look.
Miller the bounce pass. Outside Edwards. Alexander Walker passes to Edwards. Edwards with a tough shot.
Excellent touch on the floater. Edwards is such a dynamic offensive talent.
And the dunk by Gilgeous-Alexander.
Love seeing a point guard who can explode to the rim like that.
Oh, great attitude and even a better finish.
Well, just seeking out weaknesses in the defense and then exploiting it.
And this is big for Edwards' confidence, wanting to keep hitting from downtown and stretching that defense.
Count that one. And the Timberwolves lead has been cut down now to just 6 points with that basket from Wiggins. Here's Edwards. Edwards loves it in there.
Just playing with poise and confidence, and they continue to put points on the board.
Yeah, just really pouring it on right now, trying to take away the opposition's motivation to keep competing in this one.
And it's Gilgeous-Alexander missing. And so Miller will bring it up for the Timberwolves. They lead by 8. That's the biggest of the game. And that's out of bounds. Minnesota will retain possession.
You love the pressure he's putting on them. Almost had that steal.
Yeah, pestering right now, and that's going to pay some dividends. At some point, there's going to be a turnover.
Catching up on the changes for Oklahoma City. Hartenstein comes in for Williams. And it's Dort in for Casey Wallace. And Greg, you think about what they call float game. Why does that one shot earn a nickname like that?
I mean, it's a badge of respect, right? The floaters, teardrops, whatever you call them, runners, often the finishing touch to an already well-developed offensive arsenal.
And Dort with a big-time dunk.
Alexander Walker passes to Edwards. Thunder with the rebound. And a little under 2.5 minutes gone by here in the second quarter. Gilgeous-Alexander. A quick shot there, and it's off target. Here's Gobert. Nothing on the board. Releases from 15, and it falls over the rim and in. Edwards got the lead up to 10 now for Minnesota.
Another good play. This is how they built the lead, calling on the right guys at the right time.
Basketball IQ is something that gets talked about, but its importance to a team showing up here, running plays that turn into scores.
And Mark Daigneault calls timeout here. Wants to regroup and go over the strategy. And the Thunder with some changes. Holmgren comes in for Aaron Wiggins. And it's Williams in for Alex Caruso. And then for Minnesota, Ando comes in for Reed. And it's McDaniels in for Nickeil Alexander-Walker. Right now, let's send it over to the sidelines and get a report from David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin, thanks. Chet Holmgren has a slender frame, but he's determined to still protect the rim. Coach Daigneault said he'll get dunked on 10 straight times, but that's what the game calls for. He paused and then added, he won't actually get dunked on 10 straight times. He's going to get a couple of those, too. Kevin, he certainly will.
I agree. David, he is fearless. Holmgren can't hit. Timberwolves leading by 10. Nice ball movement by Minnesota. Edwards can't hit.
Defense is as tough as it comes right there. He's a hard man to deny when he gets the ball to the rim.
And this is his first trip to the line tonight.
At the line for your Oklahoma City.
That's good from Gilgeous-Alexander.
In that 2018 draft, you think about those names, Doncic, Jaren Jackson Jr., and Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. Boy, that's a lot to begin with.
Dort wide open. They get it again. Hartenstein. And the dunk by Hartenstein.
Just a terrific effort on the offensive glass. That's how they're going to cut into this league.
And Greg, a dunk like that is sure to give them a spurt.
And it's really good to see Edwards knock down the mid-range jumper. He continues to work on becoming more consistent from that area.
And a wide open look for Gilgeous-Alexander. That three off the mark.
And it's another just bad decision on a night full of those. His shot selection tonight has been questionable at best.
Goes back up. And the rejection by Holmgren.
Already set the summer league record for blocks in his first game. Holmgren, one of the best young shot blockers in the league.
Wallace is checked in for the Thunder. 1:49 left in the first half. Edwards drives in.
And talented in so many ways. Edwards is focusing on two things: the refining of his shot mechanics and the sustained level of engagement.
The Timberwolves missed both free throws they've attempted tonight.
2 shots. Shoot 2.
That free throw, no good. And he can't hit the second.
And for him, that is an ugly trip to the line. Rarely do you see him do that.
Dort misses. And so Chris Finch calls for the timeout. He's going to have a discussion here on the sideline. He's checked in for the Timberwolves.
Dante DiVincenzo.
Timberwolves leading by 9. Pass to Conley. Takes it off the glass. Conley's got his first points of the game.
And Matador defense, that's one of the easiest shots he is ever going to see.
Yeah, feels like Christmas right now, just gift wrapping points.
Minnesota's gone 1 of 2 on three-pointers here in the second quarter so far. Here's Randall. It's good. It's his second basket. He's shooting 2 for 4.
Yeah, Randall does a good job. His frame alone helps to create some space. Just with a little pivot there, able to find a way to score.
Oklahoma City's got nothing but zeros from long range in the second quarter. 0 of 4. Pass to Hartenstein. Here's Wallace. Drills it from outside. Wallace has got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3.
That's the kind of D that you're not going to find success with, guys. They've got to get a hand in the face. And even though he didn't get a piece of that shot, you love the pressure he puts on the shooter.
Yeah, that's the kind of energy that you want to see on every possession throughout the game. 0 defense. You can't let a good shooter have the wide open 3.
And so it's Conley bringing up the ball for Minnesota. Pass to McDaniels. for Williams. A nice shot by McDaniel.
Yeah, you got to get up tighter than that. Some players you can give that much room to, but not him.
Wallace outside. Pass to Hartenstein. 6 to shoot. Nobody near Williams. And the Thunder, another three. Conley surveying the D.
Total letdown by the D. Can't leave the bucket unprotected.
Absolutely. And it takes an easy 2 points onto the lead.
Will not find a higher percentage opportunity than that.
And we finished one half of basketball. Timberwolves lead by 8. And join us right back here after the break for the start of the second half.
Some great postseason action in the first half of play. A healthy lead has been built for the Minnesota Timberwolves.
Offensively, they can post you, drive it, run cutters. They're living large in that painted area.
And the defense has tried to pack it in a little, but those guys just keep coming.
And looking at where the Thunder stand in the series, they are on the cusp of closing out this series. You think they'll get it done, big fella?
You smell that, Ernie?
Thanks for joining us. Now let's toss it to Kevin Harlan for the start of the second half.
We're back at the Western Conference Finals. Happy to have you with us here on 2K Sports. You know, Anthony Edwards has been exceptional here, guys.
Definitely been challenging the defense here early on, not settling for anything outside.
Yeah, you want these kind of nights where you can start to see those openings before they happen.
Timberwolves leading by 8. Conley with it. He's picked up by Holmgren. There's McDaniels, and the Timberwolves tack on 2 more.
Excellent job of simply taking what the defense offered up.
The Thunder shooting 49% on the game. They'll take that. Bounce pass from Gilgeous-Alexander. Williams can't hit.
And even without that 3-ball dropping for him, the defense should have done more on that last play.
And they call the 8-second violation. Too much time getting it up court.
Oklahoma City ball.
He's listed at 6'5", but Brent, Jalen Williams seems so much bigger than that on the floor.
Yeah, Kevin, one of those guys that has more presence on the floor than the measurements you look at on paper. This guy plays bigger. He's got a great frame. He's got great strength. He's got great poise. And there are a lot of people going to recognize just how talented Jalen is.
And we're trailing by 10. On the wing, Gilgeous-Alexander. Back to Williams. Here's Dort. And a miss there on the triple. Minnesota shooting the lights out in this one, 77%.
Superb D from Gilgeous-Alexander, using his length to wipe away the shot.
And the jump by Gilgeous-Alexander.
And your point guard's got to be the catalyst. Great job getting to the 10.
But Greg, he knows when they need a win.
Did you see how much air he had under him? Wow.
Minnesota leading by 8. Conley the pass to Edwards. From deep. Rebound by Williams. For Oklahoma City, they've gotten just one of their first 4 shots to fall since coming out of the locker room at the break. And that one, good.
And obviously his momentum from the last game has carried over here tonight.
Yeah, the coach pretty smart for zoning in on him and giving him opportunities to stay with that confident play.
And once Edwards gets a step on you, it's likely going to be a bucket or a foul or both.
Hartenstein passes to Holmgren, and the dunk by Holmgren.
And didn't do anything fancy there, but didn't need to.
Nope, his only concern right now is getting the points on the board. I don't mean style points.
Well, him dominating the offensive end is what accounts for this lead. Just a very difficult guy to stop once he gets going.
Pass to Hartenstein. Gobert pulls it in. Gobert's got his 8th rebound here tonight. For 3, Edwards. That's in there. Conley with the assist. Conley's got his 7th assist in the game.
And Conley is just so unselfish. He's very willing to give the ball up if it means setting up a teammate.
Well, the D really getting away with one there. No one on him. And that's going to be good 9 out of 10 times.
Edwards, no good. Thunder trailing by 11. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. And Gilgeous-Alexander throws it down.
Well, at 6'6", SGA absolutely has the size to get up there and throw it down.
It's Edwards on the wing. Defended by Dort.
Probably not the shot that was drawn up for that possession, but you can't pass it up, and you can't knock it down.
Third quarter of basketball here in just a little under 3.5 minutes gone by. Timberwolves leading by 9. Holmgren with the steal. And he uses the glass on the layup.
And man, is this kid special. Holmgren showing how impactful he can be on both ends.
Here's Edwards. Good, that's another bucket.
And how about the night he's had? That score now ties him for the single-game playoff high for this team.
He has been nothing short of amazing tonight, right? A legendary playoff performance from him. Gilgeous-Alexander, good.
Great movement in the pick and roll. Gilgeous-Alexander so decisive in that kind of set.
And we've got a timeout called from Chris Finch. He wants to make some adjustments to the game plan, clearly. For the Thunder, Williams is checked in for Hartenstein. Alex Caruso comes in for Holmgren. And it's Cason Wallace in for Gilgeous-Alexander. Minnesota also making some changes. Reed, he's checked in for Rudy Gobert. Alexander Walker comes in for McDaniels. And it's Dante DiVincenzo in for Edwards. Thunder trailing by 9. Time now to turn to our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David.
Kevin, thanks. For the NBA, content continues to be king. Commissioner Adam Silver says the biggest issue for streaming services is what's called churn. To cancel is just a click. So it's more pay-for-play these days. We have to focus on people staying with you and having great content throughout the year. Kevin?
Yeah, you know, he's doing a great job, isn't he, David? Thank you so much.
They've worked hard to get this lead. Can't start giving up easy slams all of a sudden.
GA, that's right. And that was easy. Gift wrap for him.
Yeah, we see this all too often. The team gets a huge lead, and then their guard gets let down.
He just punched the ticket on that one. That'll get the job done.
Powerful two-hand jam. And Randall has got the ball here for the Minnesota Timberwolves. 13 points was their biggest lead in the game. Here's Dort. Rebounded by the Timberwolves.
He's so good at getting to the rim. Maybe tries to get a little bit too cute with that one. I thought he'd lay it straight up and in. That's one of the best three-point shooters. You got to try to scramble the Jets right here and get that guy off the sweet spot.
Wallace against Conley. They grabbed their own miss. Minnesota leading by 9 and stolen by Williams. Dort passes to Wallace. Outside Williams. 12 seconds left in the third. And Williams with the stop.
Well, if you don't take care of the ball, fellas, that's what can happen.
Absolutely, Greg. That makes the turnover even more painful.
And the gamble paying off.
Williams attacking. Good on the 13-footer. Williams has got 8 points here in this quarter. And so it's Minnesota in the driver's seat, up 8 points at the end of the quarter. They're shooting the ball so well in this one. A great performance from the field. We'll get you back to the action after this break. And how about a look now at our assist of the game?
Yeah, an easy choice tonight. Look at the precision on this pass. Put it on a platter for him.
Well, there's a way to break down the defense with the handle. Or you can do it with the pass. Prime example of that right there.
And this is it. Glad to have you along for this fourth and final quarter. Count that one. And the Timberwolves lead has been cut down now to just 5 on the basket from Gilgeous-Alexander. Minnesota's gotten 2/3 of their three-pointers to fall tonight. They're 6-9 overall. Connects again.
And he's on a tear offensively, lighting up the scoreboard with a purpose.
And how about this? He now holds the team's single-game record for postseason scoring. Wiggins a screen on Edwards. Here's Wallace. Einat pulls it in. Minnesota leading by 7. Alexander Walker finds Edwards. And again, it's Minnesota.
And won't find many more games as entertaining as this one.
No, this is about as high-octane a game as you're going to find.
Down low, here's Wallace. And a great assist by Gilgeous-Alexander as that one goes in. Gilgeous-Alexander's got 3 assists now in this one. Now DiVincenzo. Pass to Reed. And here's Edwards from the arc. And another one that gives him 51.
Making it look easy.
Here's Wallace. Einat pulls it in. Minnesota's gone 7 of 10 shooting from three-point land tonight. Excellent numbers from outside. Edwards' shot is good.
And that's just cold-blooded right there. He's taking no prisoners.
Confidence is sensational, and it feels like no one is going to stop him tonight from scoring.
Jang, and finished off by Jang.
Well, a solid facilitator. It helps that the defense thinks that Shai Gilgeous-Alexander is going to shoot and not pass.
Here's Edwards. Played in with a nice touch off the glass. Edwards got 55.
Love his shot selection. Good at taking quality shots. Whether he's defended or open, he knows how to knock those down.
Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Great D that time from Edwards. Timberwolves leading by 12. Just a little under 2.5 minutes have passed now. He got it again. Sensational.
What a performance. He's now tied for 3rd most points in single-game playoff history.
Well, GA, the way he's been scoring the ball, you had a feeling he'd leave his name in the record books.
Alongside Donovan Mitchell, who got 57 in the bubble back in 2020.
And a new group in here for the Thunder. Hartenstein, he's checked in for Jack. Holmgren comes in for Aaron Wiggins. Williams, he's checked in for Alex Caruso. And it's Dort in for Wallace. And another one falls. Amazing.
And he now owns 3rd place for most points in a playoff game.
An incredible game, no doubt. Nothing can slow him down.
And he's not far off from Baylor and Jordan. Can he keep it going?
He's making plays all over the floor. Gilgeous-Alexander will not be stopped.
Here's Edwards. Good, he hits again.
He has taken over this game.
And now GA tied for the 2nd most points in a playoff game all time.
He's equaled the great Elgin Baylor, 61 points
an extraordinary game.
And another one falls.
And guys, he's now tied the all-time mark for points in a playoff game.
Wow, he has been cooking since the opening tip, and they've been powerless to slow him down.
His airness with a little company on his lofty perch, just remarkable.
Holmgren wide open. The shot's good. Gilgeous-Alexander making the play.
And playing up-tempo, pro-level ball can be hard for some guys, but Holmgren has easily made
another bucket. Wow!
And that bucket, if you can believe it, sets a new all-time record for points in a playoff game.
Great, the way he came out tonight, you could feel the level of his focus. He put his team on his back and has delivered an incredible offensive show.
And Michael Jordan, the GOAT, holding that top spot for decades, to now witness someone break his record. I mean, this is crazy.
Well, that mid-range, Jay, usually pretty much on the money. Maybe the timing just a little bit off on that one.
Goes to the reverse layup and pops it in. And the Timberwolves lead by 19.
They're in total command of this game with time starting to run out.
Yeah, looking for a miracle worker out there is the opposing coaching staff. I don't know that they have one. This game seems to be well in hand.
Yes, that goes in.
I mean, already hot coming into the game. Is it fair to say he's hotter?
From about 19 feet, here's Gobert, and he banks in the layup.
And Gobert showing how much he wanted that basket.
Oklahoma City's gone 2 of 3 in the fourth quarter from long range. Good shooting so far. Gilgeous-Alexander trying to free himself up. Count that one for George. That's 12 points for Lou George. Timberwolves leading by 17.
And just a huge victory at an important time in this series. Not to mention a tremendous motivational boost, if you will, for the Timberwolves.
Looking at both these teams, they're great rebounders, and on any given night, you might not know who would have the advantage on the board.
They made the most of those extra rebounds as well, Kevin.
Things may have been looking bleak for him coming into the game, but this is going to be a big win for him. And down just 3 games to 2 now. They have a lifeline here in the conference final.
Yeah, and it's not just that they stayed alive in the series, but the way they did it with a dominant performance here tonight. It's going to make for a very interesting Game 6, that's for sure.
And, you know, when you look at the huge impact he had, just a monster game for Anthony Edwards.
It looked like a couple times they might be wearing him down, but not the case. At the offensive end, he was just devastating.
2-second difference between shot clock and game clock. Fires the 3. And, yep, another basket.
And that's 70.
He's unbelievable. Pass to Dort. Gilgeous-Alexander surveying the D. So it's Minnesota winning this one easy. People were writing their obituary before this game, but this win casts the series in a whole new light now.
And listen, they've still got to win 2 more. But after seeing how they performed tonight, is there any doubt, Kevin, they're capable of it? I mean, we could be in the midst of a major comeback.
No doubt at all. You're right. That concludes this broadcast of the Western Conference Finals. For Brent Barry, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan along with our 2K Sports crew, thanking you for tuning in. But as we go, let's take a look at our player of the game, Anthony Edwards.
Second quarter play, almost 3 minutes gone here. On the floor for Atlanta. Jalen Johnson is out there with George Niang. Then it's Trae Young. Then it's Terrence Mann. And it's Daniels in at the 2 guard. Now that we're at the midway point of the season, Richard, what do you say to teams near the top of the standings?
That it's not how you start, it's how you finish. We've got plenty of season left, and even though they've played well so far, you can't afford to get complacent.
2 minutes remaining in the first half.
Brown looking around. Pass to primetime. And there's a whistle. That goes on Terrence Mann. That's his first foul of the game. The Hawks making a switch here. LeVert's checked in.
Now into the lineup for the Hawks.
It's stolen.
Number 3.
And here's the fast break. Young does it himself, all alone at the rim.
And the defense really has no chance when Young gets in space. He's just too skilled.
Here's primetime. And yep, it's good. Primetime's got 10.
In terms of scoring, this hasn't been his quarter. Just 1 of 7.
Over the last few years, Atlanta struggled defensively, Grant.
Yeah, the Hawks haven't been better than 20th in defensive rating since 2017. They've had some great offensive teams during that time, but their defense has held them back.
Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with Allie LaForce.
With the game on the line, Ice Trae is dangerous man. Young said, I've been owning the moment my whole life. That's what I do. I've worked too hard to be afraid of the moment. Brian?
Well, Allie, it definitely shows in his play. It's great stuff there. Thank you. Here's primetime. After the Hawks picking up a basket just moments ago, it's stolen by Johnson. Young, the pass to LeVert. Here's Johnson. To the middle. Here's Niang. Banked it in off the glass. And now it's a 6-point Atlanta lead.
Boy, absolutely no rim protection, leading to a lot of easy buckets here.
Holiday passes to Brown. Here's primetime. 3-pointer, no good.
And to put things simply, this has not been his quarter.
2-second difference between shot and game clock. And here's LeVert for 3. Jaylen Brown with a rebound. Boston's gone 0 for 2 from outside in the second quarter. And it goes out of bounds. Last touch by LeVert. And so it's the Atlanta Hawks with a 6-point lead at the close of the quarter. Their key to consistency has been their dominance in the paint. They've been the more physical team, and more NBA action on 2K Sports coming your way right after this.
Pleased to have you tune in. What better way to start than by checking out the contenders for the dunk contest on All-Star Weekend? What are some moments you guys remember from past dunk contests?
I remember when Kenny got edged out by the great Dominique Wilkins.
So let's dig into that first half now, and what was a very solid performance for the Hawks.
Despite
that does it for halftime.
And as we get into Robinson comes in for Daniels, and Karis LeVert is subbed in for Trae Young. The perimeter pairing, it's White and Brown. Torrey Craig out there with Kristaps Porzingis. And it's prime time in at the 1. That's who's in the game for the Celtics.
That's a big make for LeVert. Should help his confidence.
Celtics trail by 9. What's impressive about Karis LeVert? He's played a lot of different roles, Richard.
From averaging 20 points a game to more of a complimentary scorer. LeVert has been a starter. He's come off the bench. He has thrived in any assignment you give him.
Again, the miss by Boston.
This is the definition of forcing it. He's trying to get himself going, but taking tough shots just won't do it.
Pass to Johnson. To the inside. And LeVert with a bucket on the assist by Johnson. And now an 11-point Hawks lead.
And what's working here? each guy is willing to make the next pass.
Looking to win the run. Atlanta with a rebound. Johnson's got 5 rebounds in the game.
Okay, now I think he's starting to get in his own head right now. Maybe he's overthinking things a little bit, and as a result, he's just been off.
Man, that's his shot. Maybe he was too wide open.
And Prime Time gets it to go.
That's a guy you want taking shots, a quality offensive player.
Niang outside. Robinson for 3. Sinks it from distance. Robinson's got his second basket of the night.
The assist numbers certainly stand out. They've really emphasized ball movement here today.
Here's Primetime. Sinks the 15-footer.
Those mid-range looks will be there for him. Nice work to capitalize.
Here's LeVert. And he goes in for the dunk.
And I just love how he's making the effort plays that everyone around him appreciates.
It is certainly making an impact tonight.
Offensive rebounding is about hustle and determination. Huge putback, making a statement there.
And Prime Time gets it to go.
Oh, man, he's feeling it this quarter. They should be looking to get him going every trip down the floor.
Here's Rizachet. His numbers are solid, putting up around 18 points a game. Pass to LeVert. This one for 3. And Atlanta hits again from deep.
This is what it's been since halftime. Remarkable results from downtown.
In the modern NBA, you have to hit threes to win games, and they've made that adjustment since the break.
A big-time effort for Trae Young, providing a lot of energy for Atlanta. He's been effective on offense, racking up 21 points so far in this contest. Time for a quick break, then back to the action. And let's take this opportunity to show you our State Farm assist to the game.
And he definitely deserves the award. Reading the defense like a point guard.
He'll be proud of that one. Bigs love when their passing skills are noticed.
And 1 quarter to go in a game that, to this point, has not been an evenly fought contest. And the Hawks, looking at who they've got Duncan Robinson, also Karis LeVert out there. And it's man in at the 4. And he slams it in one-handed.
Oh, nice ball movement by LeVert. A welcome sign for this team.
Here's Primetime. An easy 2 on the layup.
No need to risk a shot from range when you can take it inside.
Atlanta leading by 13. And here's LeVert for 3. Horford pulls it in. Boston shooting around 51%. That's a good number. Here's Primetime. LeVert with a rebound.
Had enough room to finish, and that's one he'll usually make.
Oh, and he brings it down with a 2-handed jam.
Woo! Defensively, you can't afford to let him get to the rim that easily.
Well, that might be why their deficit is what it is right now.
Yeah, it's going to take better rim protection than that if they're going to climb out of this hole.
The Hawks have gone 2 of 3 to open the 4th quarter. Pass to Krejci. To the middle from the low block. And the bucket by LeVert. LeVert's got 14 points now in the second half.
They're not messing around. 5 of their last 6 buckets have come from the interior.
Here's Primetime, and the foul is called. He missed it, so he's got a couple of free throws coming his way. It's going to be on Karis LeVert. And a moment to look at the scoring approach in terms of where the points are coming from here for Atlanta.
They're moving the ball around so well, guys. Quick passes, letting the next guy do the work if you don't have a look.
Yeah, something else they're doing in this game is striking from long range. The defense just hasn't been able to keep them off the arc tonight.
And the Hawks going with a whole new group out there. All right, Grant, give it to us straight here. What's the deal with star treatment in the NBA, you think?
Star treatment? What is that, B.A.? No, I think some players have a reputation which might help them on 50-50 calls. And you could argue that some players have a reputation that hinders them on the 50-50 calls. So it really just all depends.
And Joe Mazzulla calls timeout here. He clearly wants to talk it over and make sure everyone is focused. Holiday's checked in for Boston. Calls time here. We've got 1:55 left in the fourth. And the NBA has made a significant investment in the G League over the years. Grant, you can really see the impact it's had.
Yeah, BA, and it's grown into a real minor league for the NBA. The NBA needed something like that for a long time, and it's helped the product. They're really dictating the tempo on both ends of the court. You love it.
And guys, to go on a big run, get some breathing space, it has to be a great play on each end.
Prime time, can't get it to go.
Coaches loathe empty possessions. You got to be able to hit the easy ones.
LeVert passes to man. Here's Gay. Perfect pass to set up the lay-in.
And what a complete performance we saw from them. A dominant win in every way for the Hawks.
And you don't usually see this kind of blowout, but tonight they delivered the punishment.
I mean, what's so impressive is they never wavered in their approach. They just kept at it and showed they were without a doubt the better team.
And this will get marked down as their 16th win of the year.
And they've had no trouble finding the win against this squad. They'll wrap up the season series with a clean 3-0 sweep.
And as it was happening, as it was building, you knew this was a monster game for Trae Young.
And he was getting buckets all night long, giving the defense that work.
6 on the shot clock. No one covering.
Stepping up and nailing an important shot to put this away.
And that score probably slams the door for any would-be comebacks. And look, they put this one to bed.
They get it back. Out to Horford. Second chance shot. And no good.
You got to move past that one. I mean, they'd want him to take that again.
Yeah, it's a great look for him. One they'll try and manufacture again. Those are the shots you want him to take.
LeVert outside. And denied. He sends it right off the glass. There's 25 seconds left in the fourth. Pritchard, the pass to Cornette. There's the three. The rebound by Mann. LeVert outside. So we see the Hawks taking the W here. This one wasn't even close. The hometown crowd was waiting for a miracle that never came.
Yeah, and this team was consistent throughout. They met every challenge, and they earned this dub.
And that about wraps it up. For Allie LaForce, Grant Hill, and Richard Jefferson, this is Brian Anderson, thanking you for watching the NBA, presented by 2K Sports. So long and good night, everyone.
Just got to tighten up and get them next time.